Hey there, everybody. My name is Angelo. I just wanted to check in with you, say hi, keep you guys updated with everything that's going on. Currently trying to get the glare out of my glasses. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. It's great to have both of you. It's great to have any type of viewer, I will say. I appreciate any sort of time you take out of your day to listen to what I have to say and just reflect on my days that I've had, whether they're good or bad. And I appreciate all of your input from all of you and the subscription. So with that being said, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Hit that notification bell. Trying to expand, be able to create myself a little bit more of a budget. So if you could subscribe, it really would help me towards that goal. And if you have any recommendations for things I should try, let me know down below in the comments. And also just like this video if you like it. You don't have to, but if you do like it, like it. If you don't like it, that's cool too. I'm just trying to learn every single day and get better at doing this. And I just have been doing a lot of reflecting recently. Life is very complicated. Of course it is. There's no single cookie cutter route for any person to live. And I like to talk with my hands, so I'm doing that right now. So you'll learn to get used to that if you aren't already used to it. But yeah, life is complicated, and I'm just trying to navigate my path. And I think we all are. I think that's the important part. And no matter what stage you're at in your life, you're always navigating, and then things change, and then you have to change courses, and it is a lot of work. It's a lot of adaptation and challenges. So I think I would reflect from that because I've been challenged many of times. And if you're unaware of this, I have had brain surgery 3 times and many other hospitalizations and medical testing. So I am very used to challenges, but like this isn't what my channel is about. My channel isn't about, hey, I have this problem or had this problem, feel bad for me. My thing is, hey, I had this issue and I want to show you that it is possible to, achieve your goals. Look at your wildest dreams and go, damn, that's possible. Doesn't matter what, problem I have currently. I can work towards fixing it because it may take, weeks. Sometimes it may take months. Sometimes it may take years, even decades. For me to get to where I am now today took me 2 decades, and we still don't know if it's perfect yet. And I know that sounds like a lot of time, and I'm only 24. So yeah, it's um it's a lot of time to spend to not really know like how completely set I am in my brain surgeries to resolve my epilepsy and all of this medication that I'm still taking and the stress, the hospitalizations, the stress it puts on family members and loved ones and relationships that I've had with people, really the stress it's put on myself, the scars that I have that don't go away. And you know, I feel like a lot of people let that type of stuff beat them up, and I definitely have in the beginning when I first started to become aware of it. Um, then I tried to become less apologetic through the years, but it's very hard because you feel the liability of a disability that you have no control over. So, I would just want to say like you have control over the things that you can control. And I know that sounds like super basic and super simple, but some people just need to hear like you may be having a challenge, but like is it really, if it's not your fault and you didn't do anything bad, you're doing your best to overcome this challenge. So keep fighting, don't quit. That's that simple. Like I was raised, being told, hey, you're a normal kid. You're going to have this obstacle, but I want My parents wanted me to socialize. They wanted me to play in sports. They wanted me to be a good student. I went into the hospital one day, came out, and they told me, "Hey, you're probably never going to play a sport. You're never going to graduate high school. You're probably not going to go to college, and you're really not going to have a lot of friends, if any." And I proved all of that wrong. It's that simple. I was a great high school student, went to a university where I graduated from one of the best communication schools in the nation, and I got to play club college sports. So, obviously didn't do everything to the highest level, but exceeded well past what every physician and neurologist, psychologist, any sort of, just medical practitioner thought was possible based on their predispositions of what they had seen in the past with people of my condition. And so, you know, that's the problem, right? Is preconceived notions from the past, right? We're talking about things that people have seen in other people, but it isn't you. And that's what you have to realize. You control your success, and your success is up here mentally. Your mental fortitude of how many times can you go fall down and get back up? Because I can tell you, I have fallen down so many times and gotten back up, and it's getting really hard. When you fall down, you want to quit so bad. But it's important to realize that you're not only not quitting on yourself, but there are people watching. And the way you react sets the precedent for all of those people. You know, do they quit when times get hard? You may not realize that, but it's very true. And so, you're setting the precedent for yourself, but also other people who could possibly have this challenge. And so, you know, if I was talking to my younger self right now, as I'm talking to you, I would say, do all of the things. There are so many other things that I could have done that I didn't do because I was afraid of my medical issues. And it's okay. You don't have to do everything in life. Do I regret some of that? Absolutely. I think we're all going to have regrets in life, but you try to reduce that as much as possible. Um, Challenge yourself. You know, make friends. It may be hard to introduce yourself, but do it. Make a fool of yourself. Life's too short to worry about how people think about you. Be silly. You know what I mean? Make mistakes. Try things that are atypical and non-conventional, and you can be really successful. So don't listen to all the chatter on the outside. Tunnel vision. Lock in and tell yourself, hey, I have a vision. I'm looking straight ahead. This is my vision, nobody else's. I am going to be great. So keep pushing forward. And, I genuinely believe that you can do what you put your mind to. So I'm going to keep battling my stuff, but I also refuse to quit on myself. And I refuse to quit on you because you all matter to me very, very much. So hopefully you refuse to quit on yourself in your journey and you refuse to quit on me and we can hold each other accountable. If that sounds like a really good plan to you, I look forward to continuing to document my journey the best I can. And I hope you all are staying happy and safe. I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good one.